Look at that. Trending. Top gainers. Top losers. Hey everyone. So, what a day. Man, we got a lot of great things to go over today on the news. Like and share. It's Friday, May 8th, 2026. Incredible news stories rolling in. It's earnings season. S&P 500 and NASDAQ post sixth weekly win. Markets are never too high to buy, never too low to sell, because the trend's your friend. I've been buying the breakout all day, but I'm also on the other side of the market too. So the stock markets take a slow escalator up, and at the end, they reach the irrational exuberance. Remember Greenspan's speech? If you don't know what that is, then you just weren't around at that time. And then at the end, parabolic, goes rocket, straight up like this. So we're in that euphoria stage in what is known as price discovery on the stock market. So I look at the news headlines here on geopolitics, the reveal for aliens, officially from Trump. The White House is touting a factory boom. The latest job report tells a more complicated story. So there's news on both sides of the equation here. 6 weeks up and away like Superman. Consumers, they're thinking sinks to a record low. It got soaring gas prices. Consumers pouting. Things are expensive. I got my new Tilly hat on from Australasia. Intel hits fourth straight record high as Apple report fuels the chip rally. Chips and dips. My goodness. I bought the breakout all day long on the triple Qs. Every hour on the hour. Purchase another 100 shares. Sell the deep in the money call. I got 10 different baskets, people. 10. Precious metals, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP is a basket. Raw land, real estate, artwork. See the artwork here? I got artwork collections, automobiles, precious metals. So we got a lot going on. And when one part of that market, one of my baskets goes parabolic in the parabola, I start thinking how I can square that off and then rebalance the portfolio. It's called modern portfolio theory. And then I'm just a liquidity provider. So let's look at these news stories first. Okay. The AI arms race is eating into big tech's cash flow. Google's doing awesome. Google is amazing. I've been a stockholder for years. Anthropic inks a $1.8 billion computing deal with Akamai. I remember Akamai back in the .com era. They've been around a long time. AKAM up huge. All right, so everyone's getting in on Akamai, AKAM. So, Akamai. Stocks pumping, up huge. Breakout, never too high to buy, right? Some will say, well, the trend is your friend. Trend's not my friend. I'm a contrarian. I like to sell puts and sell calls, and I'll do the breakout trade. But I'm very cautious, especially during this parabola now. Markets are going parabolic. Now's the time, guys, careful, okay? Every Lou Mannheim said it best, old classic movie, Wall Street, that, the quick buck artists come and go with every bull market, but then, you want to stick to the fundamentals. That's how IBM and Hilton were built. So IBM and Hilton are still around to this day, IBM stock symbol, and HLT for Hilton. But, .com bubble burst. Stick to the fundamentals, people. Job report to keep Fed on hold. inflation becomes a bigger concern. That's the reason I showed you this. Look, I got thousands of these. These are little miniature silver coins that I minted myself, and I sell these on e-commerce. The precious metals trade is back on. It never left. It had the dippy dip, but precious metals are pumping again. Gold bullion's up. Silver bullion's up. Trade court strikes down Trump's 10% blanket tariffs. Rocket labs blast back to record highs. Rocket is rocketing, breaking out. So I read the news on this, and then if you stay with me to the end, I give you my trading plan. I have to say this, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, it's just information. That's all it is. Trump's tariffs for business. Yen bears pull back from 2-year high. Japanese yen. Geopolitical risks. Oil shock cited as the top worries as Fed financial stability report. I don't know, people. U.S. Postal Service reports a $2 billion quarterly loss as cash crunch continues. Are they going to privatize the U.S. Postal Service? $2 billion loss. Oil ticks higher. Gulf clashes. There's peace in the Middle East, embargoes and oil markets, and oh my goodness. And then the Straits of Hormuz and Iran and Russia's involved now, and China and North Korea. Who knows? But I look at this every day on bar chart, and then also on Yahoo Finance. Stocks rise. Again, I bought the dip. I bought the breakout today. I'm getting caught up in the hysteria also too of the breakout, but I'm also, again, I can't emphasize hedging my bets. I'm on the other side of the market. So they did the recent reveal of alien disclosure type thing, flat earthers for flat earth. I wrote a book called Invasion 2024, The Extraterrestrial Enigma. So check out the links below. You can read it for free on Kindle on Introduction into the Cosmic Tapestry of the Universe, where the boundaries between the unknown and the known blur. The story unfolds, transcends the limitation of human understanding. The Extraterrestrial Enigma. Check out the links below. I do affiliate marketing for my ebooks. I sell them on Kindle. So I'm a Trekkie, I like Star Trek, Captain Kirk, and Spock, and James McCoy, Captain Kirk. NASDAQ, E-minis up, huge. Dow futures flat, S&P minis up, 57. Crude oil, 94.86. A lot of people getting laid off too. Spirit Airlines, a lot of trucking companies, layoffs. Silver's up at 80.85. My voice is a little hoarse. I've been yelling all day, buying the breakout on the triple Qs. Silver's up, gold's up. We shall see. Stocks that are active, buying Micron Technologies on the breakout, selling the call. SanDisk, same thing, breakout. NVIDIA pumping 28 million shares. Intel, again, guys, you heard it here first on Intel. Remember $100 a share? Now it clears 100. Where's Intel going? It's never too high to buy. Tesla, the Tesla trade is back on. AMD up huge. Apple Computer up 2%. Mr. Softy off fractional. Broadcom up 4.25%, and Amazon. So that's what we have on bar chart. Now look at these. Now go over the trending tickers. This is great on Yahoo Finance. Intel, Micron Technologies, Advanced Micro Devices, Rocket Labs, and Innodata, INOD, up 86%. So, big cap tech, the party's getting started, or is this the end of the parabola move? You tell me. I have no idea. Tell me what you think. Is this closer to 1928 or is it 1921? We got another 7-8 years of pump. We shall see. Innodata up, huge today. Rocket Labs pumping. Yesterday was Planet Hollywood selling puts on it, and Datadog. Fluence Energy up 27%. Akamai again, AKAM up huge, up 27%. And EOS Energy closes strong. So during these trades, I'll go long the stock shares, and then I'll sell a call on the parabola and then purchase an out-of-the-money put. On the indexes, I was doing that all day long, and then also on the top gainers. Conversely, the losers, Cloudflare tanks today. Good day to sell puts on Cloudflare, short the stock, and then purchase other side hedge. HubSpot off 20%. Caris Life Sciences off 19%. Floor, FLR stock symbol, off 15%. And Mettler Toledo off 15. So this is what I'd look at every day, especially during the earnings season. Most active, Intel, again, breaks out above 100. NVIDIA is active. Iron Limited. I talk about Iron quite often. It's a Bitcoin mining, Bitcoin company. Nokia up 3%, 4%. And Coterra Energy. These are active people. We're in the money. We're in the money. Careful with that parabola though. SPY ETF up in the aftermarket or not? Let's check it. I know market just closed about a half hour ago. Doing my videos a little later in the day. So, and then I also do the breakout trades. Stocks, I have a breakout system. Look at these stocks on the breakout. Micron Technologies, Advanced Micro Devices, Intel again, Oracle, Texas Instrument, SanDisk, pumping, Qualcomm, Dell Computer again, Marvell Technologies, Fortinet, up huge. The big one though is Micron Technologies. Huge breakout on Micron Technologies. Good day to sell calls on that stock, adding to a winning position and sell the calls. So, man, I look at this news every day, running about 14 minutes. So I'll kind of go over my trading plan. Check out my ebook too. Yesterday was Nourishing Thrift. So if you have inflation woes, be able to nourish thrift by purchasing food in bulk, purchasing bananas and broccoli, high integrity, low cost foods. Broccoli's good too. So, man, it's just been an epic day. Looking at the news here on CNN on the left. My channel is apolitical. A blow for Dems. Redraw House maps, so they're trying to shift the different caucuses around, I guess. U.S. hopes for serious offer from Iran and peace in the Middle East. Dems, Trump, signs of ousting FDA chief Fauci. There's been news there for this thing here. We got a new junta thing that we can't talk about. B-1 cruise ships. My goodness. Alabama passes plan for new House primary. So the politics. Was Bigfoot just spotted in Ohio? So there's more sightings of Bigfoot and also extraterrestrial reveals. So, boy, something's going on with those extraterrestrials. If you've ever been to Area 51 or out to Arizona, you know, at nighttime, boy, you look up in the skies near the skunk works. Whew. So let's look at Fox News or BBC. I take my time, you know. Iran news. Iran accuses U.S. of being reckless. Wow. Companies are making billions from the Iran war. Oh man, warfare. The military-industrial complex. You know, it's like, welcome aboard. You know, get all your missiles and tanks and ships and everything. And then we saw what happened there in the Kandahar province there in Afghanistan, and leaving billions of dollars worth of military hardware for the Taliban. Taliban Banana. You know, so that's what we have. Let's look at Fox. Fox News. Iran's aging tanker fleet. Karg Island, and then U.S. military action after Iran unleashes this, and man, so a lot of the news, you know, I can't even report on it because it's not PC. It's not politically correct. Hey, everyone on Twitter and on YouTube. You guys on Twitter are amazing. YouTube is amazing. I'll give you a report card here too on my Twitter channel, and then also on YouTube. Getting record number of views. My channel's starting. Some of my videos have gone viral. Check this out. So I'll give you an update. It's like a homework assignment. And this is all you guys, so I'm appreciative. On the analytics is amazing. I've had a 123% increase in watch time in the last 28 days and a 550% increase in the number of subs and subscribers. And my videos, some of them are gone viral. So you guys are amazing. So what do you guys want to know about? You think the stock market's too high? Everything in the economy is a stock market. The tech titans, you know, the Magnificent Seven, war, military-industrial complex, geopolitics, precious metals, the blockchain ETFs. Solana did real well today, up about 4 or 5% on Solana. Bitcoin's looking good at 80,260. Buying the dippy dip on the Bitcoin 8 weeks ago at 61,062. And now it's pumping. So that's what we have, folks. I say this too every day. I give thanks for my abundant supply now manifested. I have it now. I'm going to start doing some more homeless outreach here soon enough, helping the less fortunate. I've had some like second or third best trading month ever, you know, and I get dialed in with my channel. So you guys, I used to keep a journal, a writing manual journal on things, but now I just do a video on how I'm feeling and then what I think. And then, you know, you guys might agree with me or disagree, but, you know, I'm thankful. I have it now, and I say this too, I have it on my trading desk. Hedge everything. So the stocks today, you know, boy, rocket taking off, man. So that's what we have. My trading plan today, I'll dollar cost average Bitcoin. I do so every day. And what some would describe as small amount, but I DCA it every day. It swings. It's only worth what someone's willing to pay for it. So it swings up and down a couple thousand points a day. You know, I take nice profits out of it all the time. It's never too high to buy, never too low to sell. And volatility, not the trend, but volatility is my friend. So Bitcoin, I placed my hunting traps out there. So when you people, not you guys, but when the rest of the market, when they're trading Bitcoin on the leverage and it dips and they're forced liquidated with a stop order or a margin call, I purchase their Bitcoin from them. But you guys know differently because you read my ebook that I have there called Riding the Waves of Bitcoin. So that's what we have. Bitcoin's pivoting up. I bought some Bitcoin here recently on the dippy dip at 79,639 spot 38. Wants to go higher. I got open orders every day. I let the market come to me on the price retracements like this, on no margin, no stop orders, and with asymmetric risk, and then offsetting with other hedges. So that's what we have. A lot of options expired today. Huge, huge day in the stock indexes. When does the merry-go-round stop? Look at the triple Qs, right? Invesco triple Qs. High today, man, right after at 7-Eleven. That's a magic number in some cultures. 7-Eleven spot 48 for Invesco triple Qs. What do you guys think? You think the Invesco triple Qs can 10x? Anything's possible. Again, trend's not my friend, but I will chase it. And then hedge, man. Hedge, hedge, hedge. That story about the gentleman, I think he was in Tampa, who did the Nat Gas fund. He was selling options every month on Nat Gas, and then they experienced a rogue wave, and went against them, and then they got short squeezed. So, selling those option premiums all the time on a commodity is great until it isn't. So you always want to be on the other side of the market too as a hedge. So I learned from that. I also learned recently from the IM group. Very interesting. I watched the video on YouTube about the IM group and how, the nouveau riche went into the crypto market and stock market and Forex. They had their brilliant leader. They followed the leader and they did what they were told and everybody got rich. And then the bubble burst. Same thing happened in 1998 during .com. Running about 23 minutes, but so what do you think? I got limit orders out there. I'm buying a dippy dip on Bitcoin at 79,092, 78,197, and a further dip at 76,839. Those are all the pivot points. So Livermore is the breakout. I do the breakout to the downside and counter trend trade. No margin, no stop orders, asymmetric risk, no problem. But it's completely opposite of how everyone else trades. So I don't blow up. I don't make as much as the next trader, but I don't blow up either. So that's what we have today. I'm getting kind of tired. So I give thanks for my abundant supply now manifested. So this news, Middle East and Iran and Iraq and the Crimea Peninsula, the alien reveal, extraterrestrials, my goodness. The flat earthers are saying, is the earth flat? Some are claiming it is, who knows? So, Star Trek, man, Captain Kirk, who knows? So, onward and upward, people. Trying to buy the dippy dip on Bitcoin. Had an incredible day writing puts on the dipper dips, selling calls on the breakouts, hedging everything. So that's what we got. Like and share.